Out, but let's wait for the third umpire's call, isn't it? It's all that matters.
Yeah, exactly. That's what matters. It's about the decision from the umpire. Yeah, looks like he has been given not out.
Well, so that settles it. Drama early on in Keshav Sharma's over. Anar Khan on 13 now. Certainly want to go on and make a big one tonight.
That's up in the air. He has cleared the boundary for a maximum. That's a big one of the bat of Anwar. And now he is trying to step into the shoes of the aggressor. And he has cleared the boundary pretty nicely and pretty comfortably.
Well, for a second I thought he had miscued that Anwar Khan. I thought that ball went up in the air. But that had the elevation. And it also had the distance. That ball's gone a long, long way. And into the night sky and into the stands. That was a terrific hit. This is what this man can do. Clean hitter. Oh, this is in the air. Once again, more control this time. Realized that he had to get the placement right. And played it very nicely right there at the end and gets another boundary.
Well, Anwar is someone who loves to play the spinners. And he immediately, after seeing that spinner coming in the power play, he has decided to unleash against him. And not sure if that is a wise move coming in from Sandeep Singh Sandhi to get Keshav Sharma here, especially with the likes of Anwar still out there. Look at that. That would boost his confidence to the next level. And that's going down the leg. Missing that sweep shot that he loves to play.
Well, we saw a lot of spin last night, the Fly Emirates game. Many left-arm spinners there, the likes of Amin Miflal and Milan Phillips. They were turning the ball, but tonight, we've not seen too much from Keshav Sharma. Seems to be going with the arm. So a quick single on the occasion to end the over. It's been an expensive start by Keshav Sharma. 15 runs coming off his first over. 5 done, 46 for 2. And now it's going to be Sagar Kalyan coming into the attack to bowl the last over of the power play. Off spinner. He's well known for his prowess with the bat than with the ball. He's a terrific batter, this man. Got a job now to do with the ball. Oh, that had a bit of extra bounce. Bowled a quicker one into the pitch. That ball had some serious pace. Sharjah Iqbal trying to get on the back foot and cut it through that point region. Does not make contact on that occasion. That is beautifully played. Very, very good shot. And gets a boundary on that occasion. Sagar Kalyan once again bowling it quick. With a bit too short for his liking. And the likes of the batter of Sharjah Iqbal is not going to miss out with a freebie. Look at that. That was easy pickings for any batter. Had plenty of time to pick his spot. decided to go square on the leg side. 50 comes up for the Gems Education. 51 for 2 now. In the last over of the power play, 51 for 2 of 5.3 overs. Oh, this is an opportunity. It's in the air. And over the fielders, it comfortably clears it. And one bounce over the ropes. So consecutive boundaries here. Sajid Iqbal now begins to join the party. He's playing a terrific knockout there. In fact, these two, it's been a good partnership. 31 run stand between them. And Sagar Kalyan bowling it too short. And plenty of time for Sajid Iqbal to get on the back foot and hit it away for a boundary. The right thing to do. Already got 2 boundaries of this over. Just can manage to knock it around. 10 runs have come off this over so far. Last ball of the power play coming up. 56 for 2. Anar Khan, what will he decide to do? Will he try to go and make the maximum of this power play overs? In fact, he's just knocked it around for a single. They're happy to get 11 runs of Sagar Kalyan's first over. So power play overs done and dusted. Gems Education are in a very, very good position. Going at above 9.5 runs and over. Excellent power play. In spite of losing 2 wickets, Gems Education have done well. 57 for 2 after 6. Well, what a start to the over. Harshit Kaushik just coming into the attack. And first ball has been dispatched out of here. Anwar Khan this time. Once again, too slow and too short. And that was hit out of the park from Anwar Khan. Well, we did speak about these two being slow starters. Just look at them, both of them going at a rate of knots. Terrific batting, brilliant stuff. Gems Education are off to a rollicking start here. Have to wait for the new ball to come.
Finally, the ball has been recovered and Harshit will have to restart. He does, and he has been driven pretty nicely in the gap. And it'll be Christian Paul who'll give it a chase. And looks like they are on a mission to bat aggressively here. And it's Anwar who's taken the charge on himself. That's been swept over square leg this time for a maximum. This is exceptional batting here from Anwar. He loves playing spin, and this is something which Sandeep Singh hasn't realized yet. He's pretty comfortable. The moment he saw a spinner coming in, he let his helmet go out in the pavilion. And he said, well, now I'll have a very clear view, and my vision and my mission is exactly the same. I'm going to go big after the bowling. The onslaught has begun here, and Anwar moves on to 40 of 20 deliveries. How comfortable he is looking against the spinners here. The ball has been recovered. We'll dive into a quick short break. "71 for 2 after 6.3. This is brilliant stuff from Anwar. Again, same result. It's on the roof this time. Three balls in the over, all of them sent out of the park. Kaushik has gone for 20 in his 4 deliveries. And this is brilliant stuff from Anwar. We haven't seen this version of him come out. And all this while, till the time the fast bowlers were operating. Immediately, the spinners came on and we see a different version of Anwar. And we love to see this version. Easy pickings. Again, time for new balls, please. "71. In fact, make that 77 for 2. He's gone for 20 already in the 4 balls that he's bowled. And Anwar has moved on to 46 of 21. Like we've lost the count of the number of boundaries that has been scored in this over. Oh, that's a better delivery. Better. Slightly fuller. Partnerships worth 53 now between the two. Getting the inner part of the bat, chopping it. Will get a single. Anwar moves on to 47. Sagar Kalyan will operate from the Bukhatir end. The spinner will continue and looks like he's bowling a bit quicker through the air. This time looks for the second run. It's on offer. It's a big boundary. Krishan Paul putting in the effort, but that's not good enough to stop them from taking that second run. They are upping the ante here. It's a must-win game for both the sides here. You win both the games, you go through to the next round. Whoever wins will go in to the knockout stages. Again, nicely tucked around the corner. This time, it's a bit quicker on the turf, and Anwar gets to his half century. Yes, certainly that's an achievement after you get it after a very long time. That definitely boosts his confidence for sure. Slightly keeping low, and will be adjusted for a single towards the cover sweeper. He'll take that. And you really need to be smart enough to ensure that you're giving able company to your partner, and that's exactly what Sajid Iqbal is doing, giving it to the accelerator Anwar. Batting beautifully here. Partnerships worth 59 runs between the two. They are getting the job done pretty easily. Poor delivery onto his pads and nicely swept away towards the long leg for a boundary. Brilliant batting. First it was Anwar, now Sajid Iqbal gets into the act. He's batting at a strike rate of 200 and now he is getting into the act as well. Poor delivery onto his pads and it was boundary written all over it. They're accelerating pretty nicely in excess of 11 runs an over. 11.11 is the current run rate. Cracking shot straight to the fielder and Tokir makes no mistake. He is having his day in the field. First with the two casualties, now getting involved in the third dismissal as well in the form of an excellent catch taken in the deep. That was a short delivery, poor delivery I'd say, meant to be dispatched. He got a brilliant connection, but picking up the man you can't write off in this game. Tokir Riyasat taking it pretty nicely, and they lose their third in the form of Sajid Iqbal at the mark of 87. Keshav has been brought back into the attack. Now Anwar will have to hold his horses here. Will he? Well, he has launched one up in the air. Chance for the fielder. And he'll clear him. A maximum. He has different plans here. He is not going to spare the spinners who will be operating from the shorter boundary. Trying to up the ante and anti-climax here. Wicket falling on the last ball. And now this time Anwar welcoming Keshav. Well, Keshav, let me continue to disturb your bowling figures. 6 on the very first ball. Slightly back of line delivery. Just not getting the connection that Anwar was looking for. It's 93 for 3 after 8.2. Excellent run rate that they're going at the moment. 11.1. Playing with soft hands. Better trajectory on that occasion from Keshav Sharma. Trying to bowl it bit quicker at the right channel, makes life difficult for the batters. Mind you, any error in that line and length, he's going to go for it. Upish played it in the gap, and this looks like it's going to go all the way. Yes, it will. This man is able to find gaps at his will. Earlier boundaries, earlier sixes, now boundaries. Just turning out to be a feast for him. Width on offer, and nicely played. The fielder can't do much about it. And runs are flying thick and fast here for Gems Education. Off the back foot, punches it towards cover sweeper. And that'll be a single. So it'll be Daud Ijaz who will be facing his first delivery. Scores 98 for 3 after 8.5. What a brilliant start. And mind you, this wicket is turning out to be a belter. It is turning out to be a dream for the batters here. Coming onto the bat pretty nicely. Bowls fly slightly quicker through the air, full and driven to get off the mark. Daud is off the mark. And 9 overs gone. Gems Education, they are 99 for 3. Sagar continues to operate from the Bukhatir, and he's gone for 2 for 20 in his and picked up 1 wicket and 100 up for Gems Education. So they're ruling the roost as far as the proceedings are concerned, going pretty strong and pretty hard against Dubai Thunders. They have struck them like lightning. That's a better delivery. Very good comeback. Again, deciding to cut that. So Sagar is not giving easy pickings there for Anwar, despite the kind of form he is in. He's taken the aggressor's ruse and taken everyone from surprise. That's shot in length, pulled and clears the fielder for a maximum. Just as we speak, and it was a half tracker from Sagar Kalyan that has been dispatched by Anwar. He loves playing spinners, and that is exactly what the opposition have failed to understand. That was a nothing delivery. Clearing the fielder. Up in the air. Chance. Chance just to be a spectator. It goes for a boundary. So a 6 followed by a 4. And he has managed to cover this over up pretty nicely as well. 11 runs of the first 5 balls with a ball to go. This is scintillating stuff from Anwar. How glorious to watch those shots of his blade. Took everyone out of surprise with the onslaught that he is displaying here. He is magnificent tonight here at the Sharjah Stadium. Glided this one, and some football skills on offer there by the fielder will result in a single, and Anwar will keep strike at the halfway mark. 10 gone, it's Nelson for 3.
Khan. He's been on the charge. What a knock he's playing here. Strike rate of 200 plus, 75 of 37 balls. He's been outstanding tonight. Going hard. Any loose delivery, especially the spinners, have been taken apart. Comes down the track. Oh, that was a stumping opportunity missed there by Sandeep. Behind the stumps. It was a tough take. It's not the easiest when you do see the batter advancing and then the ball being bowled fuller right towards where the keeping gloves are. Can be a very awkward take, in fact. Jim's education, you're going through nicely. Current rate of 11 runs and over plus at this stage. Now it comes down to 10.86 with that dot ball. Keshav Sharma proving to be slightly expensive so far now. None for 29 of his 2.3 overs. Need a wicket or two. In the air. Just wide of the fielder. Single. Dawood Ijaz having just walked out to bat after the dismissal of Sharjah Iqbal. Partnership been broken on that occasion previously. 115 for 3 now. Comes down the track. He's miscued this. There's an opportunity. Oh, falls just short of the fielder on that occasion. Keshav Sharma. He looks a little disappointed. He's asking the fielder why he didn't go for that dive. Well, aren't all bowlers, isn't it, against their bowling? Yeah, that did fall a bit short. Could have given it a try there. So last ball of the over coming up. And a dot ball to end the over. So 11 done, Gems Education, 116 for 3. Well, this was mistimed on that occasion by Anar Khan, asking for a change of gloves. So 118 for 3. Still plenty of time remaining in the game. So 119 on the board. Well, this is nicely played. Oh, and an opportunity goes down. The fielder in the deep drops it and in the process gives Anar Khan an opportunity, a chance for him. Question is, how costly is that going to be now? Anwar Khan already on 78. He's batted beautifully. He's got an opportunity, a chance provided. Can proved to be very costly for the Thunders. 12 done, 121 for 3. Sharma to bowl out his spell. He's been unsuccessful tonight. Gone for 32 runs off his 3.1 overs so far. Can he provide himself some respite? Maybe pick up a wicket or two in this over. Well, this is a hit hard and hit handsomely over out of the park once again. Anwar Khan has been depositing the ball out of the park consistently in this innings. What a knock he is playing here tonight. Moves on to 84 now of 44 balls. Just 3 hits away in what would be a tremendous 100 here for Anwar Khan. Brilliant batting. The Thunders, well, they have the thunder knocked out of them at this stage. What a hit. What a hit. Look at that. Landing on the roof of that Sharjah Stadium. Anwar Khan, he seems to be enjoying this at this stage now. 128 for 3. What a knock. What has been in tremendous form. Making full use of it tonight. 128 for 3. We'll wait for the new ball to be arrived. Plenty. Jim's Education are in a tremendous position at this stage.
Poor delivery onto his pads and Daud Ijaz bouncing onto it pretty comfortably. This is poor stuff from Keshav Sharma. Despite knowing that he's bowling to a shorter boundary, why would you want to feed the batters on their pads?
Well, that was once again been the story for Keshav Sharma tonight. He's been very inconsistent with his line and length. Thus his figures reads what the kind of night he's had today. This time too short, too wide on the offside. He's just not been able to find that zone in which he usually does. He's a very, very good prospect, Keshwar Sharma. Usually, when he does manage to spin the ball, he can be quite a handful. Last ball coming up off the over. Kick outside edge, straight to the field, right pointed dot ball. Thought of a single there. 13 done, 134 for 3. Of his 2.1 overs. Once again, another left-arm spinner proving to be very expensive. These left-arm spinners have gone for a lot of runs tonight, isn't it? But still, Sandeep Sandhi is persisting with this ploy.
Well, not very convinced with the bowling changes that Sandeep has introduced here. That's pulled away in the gap. And there is a fielder in the deep who will cut it off. Well, might as well have got the chance to get in Mohammad Altaf maybe for an over or two to see what he has to offer. He's a medium pacer. Maybe could have been an option that he could have thought of going with. But he has other plans, that is to continue with the spinners. Certainly hasn't worked for him.
Well, that's a good point. Once again, that is what we've also been discussing off air, that he perhaps could have brought in those fast bowlers, because Anar Khan has looked very, very comfortable against the spinners and he's hardly been tested apart from that opening spell from the fast bowlers. And once again, he continues to toy with these left arm spinners. Harshit Kaushik once again makes a mistake of bowling it too short, and Anar Khan gets into the 90s with another maximum.
Look at that, how comfortable he looks when the spinners are operating. He has taken his helmet off the first over that Keshav came into ball, and since then he hasn't put his helmet on. Very, very clear sighting of the ball here for Anwar. He's into his 90s now. Nicely played, nicely punched down the ground, and happy to take that single and get Daud on strike.
Well, take nothing away from the man. He's played a tremendous knock tonight, Anar Khan. 93 of 49. Last ball of the over. And hit hard, backward of square. That's running away to the boundary. Dawood just this time joins the party. What a shot to end the over. Brilliant hit there by Dawood Ijaz. Nicely positioned that behind square. Finishes off Harshit Kaushik, 3 overs. 40 runs now for him. 14 done, 148 for 3.
Now he decides to get his fast bowler in. Kamran Ghulam this time. Pulled away. And that's gone for a maximum. Well, he won't take the back seat here. Anwar is continuing to demolish the opposition. He moves on to 99. And what an innings this has turned out to be.
Well, what he says is, either spinners or fast bowlers, I can face him all. Bring him on. And he continues his merry way. Now just one run away from what would be a deserved century. It's been a tremendous knock from Anar Khan. 99 of 50 now. And played straight back at the bowler. It's been watchful, but just look at that strike rate, isn't it, Asim? Striking at almost 200. Brilliant stuff.
It's pleasing to the eye here. The way he is batting. The way he's striking the ball, especially the moment the spinners came on. He's sighting it like a football and he is bashing it like a baseball. Absolutely brilliant. He's on 99 here. Pulled away in the gap, in style. And the man has got to his 100 in grand style here at the Sharjah Cricket Stadium. Anwar, what an innings. In just a matter of 15 overs, he has completed his milestone here. And this is a scintillating knock here from Anwar Khan. 103 of 52 deliveries.
Well, it's all about Anwar Khan tonight, isn't it? It's been a high-class innings from a high-class player. 103 of 52 balls. Look at that for a strike rate. 198.1, 6 boundaries and 9 towering sixes, which most of them easily cleared out of the park. And that's been the kind of night that Anar Khan has had here tonight. Brilliant innings. He's put the Gems Education into a tremendous position. This one's been skied. There's a fielder calling for it. And this time makes no mistake. Takes the catch, but not before Anwar Khan creates the damage for the Dubai Thunders and does it big time.
It was the fast bowler eventually who stepped onto the occasion and delivered for the team. Erring in that shot selection, trying to up the ante, trying to go big, trying to continue the onslaught. But he perishes after getting to that milestone. 103 of 53 deliveries. Smiling for that achievement. But he would be talking to himself that, wish I could have stayed there for a bit longer. Departs for 103 of 53 deliveries. And Gems, they have lost their 4th wicket at the mark of 158.
Got to his 3-figure mark and unfortunately straight away falls. And thereafter, in walks another big hitter of the ball. Syed Hamza at number 6. Join Dawood Ijaz out there. 200 very much in the cards here for the Gems Education. Knocked around for a single to get off the mark straight away. Thinking of a second, but smartly decided against it, and had there been a direct hit, that could have been quite interesting.
Certainly that would have been very, very interesting there. Well, to talk about how things have happened in these 15 overs, well, amongst the fast bowlers, gone for 42 runs in those 5 overs that they bowled, and they've picked up 3 wickets. And the rest of the runs have been conceded by the spinners. 3 overs for 40 runs for Harshit Kaushik, 3 overs for 32 for Sagar, and 4 overs for 44 for Keshav Sharma. That's A partnership that you would not want to see anymore in the game of cricket. It's 15 gone, 160 for 4. Sagar Kalyan comes back into the attack and has been welcomed with a boundary. So the story continues here for the spinners. Spinners absolutely don't have anything here on offer.
Yeah, well, they've been taken to the cleaners, isn't it? And mind you, Sagar Kalyan is not a frontline spinner. He is more of a part-timer. He's more known with his prowess with the bat. Certainly got a job to do tonight when he comes back to bat. And Sandeep Singh, Sagar Kalyan, Harshit Kaushik, 3 of the best batters the Dubai Thunders will certainly be banking on tonight in order to give chase to whatever the score the Gems Education may set. Mind you, the Dubai Thunders do not have the services of one of the prolific opening batters, Khalid Shah, and also Asif Khan Lala. This is hit hard once again, but this time straight to the field. A bit of a fumble might enable them to come for a couple. No, in fact, they'll just stick to 1.
Well, Daud was never screaming for that second run. And that's one of the reasons why coaches always tell you, ensure that you're running hard for the first one. If there is a fumble in place, you would ensure that you can capitalize onto it. That basic was lacking on that occasion by Daud. 165 for 4. Where do you see the score heading? You see a 200 plus, or can they pull out a magical performance in the final 4 overs, 4.5 rather?
Well, that's a big one. And it's in the stands. And I think that shot answers your question, Asim. I'm sure 220 is very much on the boards with another 27 deliveries remaining, with 6 wickets in hand, and keeping in mind 2 of the top big hitters out there, Dawood Ijaz and Syed Hamza. 220. Anything less than that, the Gems Education will be disappointed. Gets a inside edge, a quick single on that occasion. So certainly fireworks about to be unleashed here at the Sharjah Stadium in the last 4 overs.
Well, it's time for fireworks. And it's time for thunderstorm. That's up in the air, and that will beat the fielder. The onslaught continues, and Sagar Kalyan continues to get hit for runs. The current run rate, well, it's getting closer and closer to that 12 and over mark. This is class from Dawood Ijaz.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have been given an announcement by the Dubai government that there is a thunderstorm approaching Dubai tomorrow, and all the schools have been given holidays. Gems Education, I'm sure all of them, in fact, all been given distant learning, but they get another boundary, as Gems Education seem to be celebrating that news with a brilliant performance with the bat on the field tonight here at the Sharjah Stadium. What an over this is once again turned out to be for them. Sagar Kalyan has gone for 52 runs off his spell of 4 overs. He did pick up a wicket, but unfortunately, it's been a night that's been raining sixers here at the Sharjah Stadium. 16 done, Gems Education 180 for 4.
While the thunderstorms are expected tomorrow in Dubai, it's the lightning from Gems Education that has struck Dubai Thunder here at the Sharjah Stadium. 180 for 4 in 16 overs. And that transforms into some sort of pressure onto Tawqir Riyasat, who has been brilliant with the ball tonight. He's gone for 18 in his 2 overs and picked up 2 important wickets up the order. But here it's about delivering. It's about standing and rising to the occasion. Inner part of the bat and everything flowing in Gems Education's way. And they have absolutely no clue. Sandeep Singh is not happy with the line that Tawqir is sticking to. Yes, it's a bigger boundary, but you need to ensure that the batter plays it with the cross bat and not trying to drift it onto the pads. Slower delivery pulled in the gap. There is a fielder, Paramjot. Will cut it off. That'll be a single. It's going to be Tawqir versus Dawood. Well, to take some facts out of the history book, they both played for the same Division A team here in UAE when they began their career here in the United Arab Emirates. They played for Interglobe Marine, talking about 6-7 years back. Now it will be a competition to watch out for. Dawood batting on 31 of 18. He's trying to accelerate. Well, trying to take a step forward, getting closer to the pitch of the ball, just not able to have connection there. That'll be a dot. And all these dot balls are like gold dust at this stage. They would be wanting more of them. And on the contrary, Gems Education, they would be looking forward to upping the ante, getting more of those boundaries and sixes here. Mid off inside the circle. Short delivery, pulled. And in the gap as well. That will be a boundary. Not an ideal delivery at this stage here from Tawqir. A slower bumper. Dawood covering the line of the ball and playing a glorious looking shot. Yes, didn't get it out of the middle of the bat, but got enough for it to go fine and towards the boundary ropes for a boundary. 18 boundaries, 11 maximums in the innings so far, and more to come. Trying to go big, doesn't have enough connection, and that's been taken by Keshav Sharma. He initially misjudged it, but ensured that he covered the ground and gave Tawqir his 3rd scalp of the night. Getting the upper part of the bat on that occasion, Dawood Ejaz. And have a look at that. Very calm and composed. Good looking catch from Keshav Sharma. Getting Tawqir's 5th wicket with that effort. Dawood departs 6 boundaries in that 35 of 21 deliveries. And a timely wicket here falling for Gems Education as far as Dubai Thunders are concerned. In comes Shahid Bhutta. You can expect him to pack a punch, a couple of them. He has the ability to do that. And with the kind of form that every other player is translating into the new man coming in, would be looking forward to some big hits, big blows of the blade of Shahid Bhutta as well. We've seen Syed Hamza getting into the act. He's on 13 of 5. But in the last 18 deliveries, well, we'll have to wait and see where the momentum switches. It's 191 for 5. Kamran Gulam in for the 18th over. Nicely played for a single. Well, the departure of Dawood Ijaz. Where do you think are we heading here, Atik?
Well, I'd still say very much 220 on the cards with another 17 deliveries remaining. Asim, certainly gettable. Another 25 to 30 runs. Syed Hamza still out there. Shahid has just walked into bat. He's got to just try and let Hamza get most of the strike here. Kamran Gulam is bowled quite well. Goes hard at it. Does not time it enough. Just get a single on that occasion. Staring down a huge total here, Gems Education. Going at above 11 runs and over at this stage. It's been some outstanding batting, especially from Anar Khan. Tremendous knock. 100, let alone 100 being special, especially in a stadium like this where we've got some greats of the game that played before. Oh, that's gonna be very interesting. It's ricocheted off the hand of the bowler in his follow through. Was the batter shot? They're going upstairs to just have a look at it.
Now, look at the funny incident here. First, it is referred to the third umpire at the non-striker's end, and then, if that is not given out, it will be checked at the striker's end as well. I'm not sure when did I see this last happening in the game of cricket. 2 third umpire reviews on the same delivery.
Well, yeah, this is going to be interesting. Let's have a look at that. Oh, was he shot? Did he manage to get the bat slide back in? I think he would have perhaps maybe saved by the barest of margins. This is going to be interesting.
Well, certainly we'll have to ensure that we are looking at the other end as well now, because there was a run-out attempt made at the striker's end where there was a direct hit. Here we need to get a confirmation, and looks like he's safe here. Looks like he is inside. Yeah, one frame must have saved him there. And now it's important to have a look at the striker's end as well.
Well, yeah, this is going to be interesting, isn't it? Hanging by a thread here. Let's have a look at the striker's end. Oh, once again, this is going to be close. Was it shot? Was it shot once again? It looks like it's one frame. Asif.
Just like it's all about a frame here. And looks like we'll continue. Not out on both the ends. But it's just about one frame. We need to have that extra frame in place in order to make sure that we can give that out. Otherwise, it goes into the favor of the batter, where the benefit of doubt comes in play.
Well, that one frame is the difference, isn't it? Gems Education dodging 2 bullets at the very same time. Well, so no further dramas. And Kamran Gulam, well, it says, leave it to me. It doesn't matter. 1 decision or 2 decisions or 3 decisions. Let me do it myself. And he castles the stumps this time with a very good slow delivery on the stumps. The batter misses, it all ends up, and he's gone for all money.
That is a good comeback from Kamran Gulam in the second spell. Ensured that he was sticking to his basics and trying to attack the stumps as much as possible with the variations in place. And that would end the stay of Syed Hamza. He's going back to his pavilion. 14 of 7 with 1 6 and a boundary in that innings. And 6 down for 194. New man is Ali. And right up there. That's a better delivery. I think these are the moments in the game wherein your basics are tested. Despite getting hit for so many runs, you have that confidence in yourself to come and stick to your basics, which is ball right up on the crease in the block hole.
Well, now the Thunders have got an opportunity to pull things back. Anything below the 220 from here onwards, the Thunders would have done extremely well in the death overs. So far, they seem to be on the mark. Once again, a very good delivery, hitting the Yorker length, getting the wicket of Syed Hamza. That was a huge, huge blow for the Gems Education. Could have been a difference of 10 to 15 runs right there. 18 done, 194 for 6. The 19th in style. That was a terrific hit. It was in his arc. And beautifully swivels and pulls it in front of square. And bisects both the fielders in the deep to perfection. That was a terrific shot. Moves on to 7 or 4 balls now. 198 on the board. That might be called a wide. And in fact, it is being called a wide.
Tokir has to keep it simple. He needs to ensure that he's attacking the stumps. Because the fortune is favouring Gems Education at the moment. And anything that is bowled wide outside the stump might fly past the third fielder for a boundary. That's a better delivery. Right up there, goes through the gate, and leg stump is gone. Shahid Bhutta departs. And Tokir gets his 4th wicket of the night.
Well, what a night he's having, isn't it? He's been the only silver lining for the Dubai Thunders tonight amidst all the chaos that's been happening out there for them. What a magnificent spell of bowling it has been from Tawqir Riyasat. 4 for 33 and he's still not done yet.
He's thundering and he's lightning here at the Sharjah Stadium. Shahid Bhutta departs for 7 of 5 with help of 1 boundary. It's 1 short of 200 with a loss of 7. Tokir on strike. Hazrat Bilal, the new batter. Shy at the stumps. Well, on that occasion, Tokir a bit unlucky.
Yeah, Hazrat Bilal, new batter who's just walked into bat. Another man, very, very experienced, plays a lot of cricket around the domestic circuit. Played for the UAE as well, Hazrat Bilal. He's a tail ender. And Tawqir Riyasat has got an opportunity to get a 5 for here. He's played into the gap. Couple of runs there. So Tawqir Riyasat, he's got 2 more balls. He needs another 1 more at the least to get that magical 5-figure mark.
Well, he has that opportunity to ensure that they at least have slightest of the momentum on their side. Oh, that was a quick delivery. He was looking at eyeing the stumps. And Tawqir just missing it. Or I'd say Hazrat Bilal getting his bat down there right on time.
Well, yeah, that did hurry the batter, isn't it? Gems Education 200 up, 202 for 7. One more ball to go in the spell of Tawqir Riyasat. Slightly expensive. But mind you, if you've picked up 4 wickets for your team and the opposition scored 200 plus, you've done a brilliant job. Last ball coming up of Tawqir Riyasat's spell. He's got one more ball. Can he get a 5-4 in the air? Is that his 5-4? In fact, it is his 5-4. Gets a 5-wicket haul of his last ball of his spell. And Ali departs, and what a night Tawqir Riyasat has had.
If he looks at the scoreboard, he won't celebrate that for sure. But that itself is a milestone.
Well, new batter is Nawaz at number 10. But he will be in the non-strikers. Then Hazrat Bilal facing the first ball. Just knocks it around. So 5 more deliveries. This has been an outstanding comeback here by the Thunders. Gems Education were cruising. But the middle order has been completely derailed by some quality fast bowling by Tawqir Riyasat. Oh, very nearly a caught and ball there. Harry, in fact, that is Harshit Kaushik. Got an opportunity to bowl out. This is hit hard. Has he managed to find the gap? He has, in fact, found the gap. That was a great strike there by Nawaz to get off the mark.
Well, Nawaz can pack a punch, and we know he has the ability to do that, regardless whether the boundary is small, big, whatever. He has shown the glimpse of it. Expect a big one coming through. 3 more deliveries to go. Kaushik has not had a good night for himself. Struck one. Straight to Paramjot. We'll cut it off. Will just be a single there. Can they get those 2 maximums and get to the figure that Atiq has been speaking about here in the com box? 220.
Well, if there's anybody who can do it, it's Hazrat Bilal, I'll tell you. This is in the air. But in fact, they just get a single. So the 220 mark is out of the picture. But it was all thanks to some quality bowling in the death overs by Tawqir Riyasat. Brilliant delivery. Very good comeback. The last few overs in the death certainly belongs to the Thunders. As they finish, they are allotted 20 overs, the Gems Education. 210 for 8 is all they've managed to get. Easily, I'd say about 10 to 15 runs short from where they could have or where they would have liked to have got. But, well, just spare a thought to Tawqir Riyasat, who's been absolutely brilliant. 5 wickets tonight and certainly pull things back. And now, the Thunders have that bit of advantage going into the second innings with a bit of momentum on their side.
Well, certainly talk about one man ruling the roost, ruling the scorecard there. Anwar, 103 of 53. With some contributions coming in from Dawood, 35-21. That partnership certainly ensuring that shook the spine of the opposition. 18 of 10 for Sajid Iqbal, Ahmed scoring a quick fire 16 of 10. Handy contribution towards the end. A couple of hits from the bat of Syed Hamza. 14 of 7 for him. And that ensured that they get to that 210 mark in their allotted 20 overs. Well, this was a clear instruction, it seems like, for the batters of Gems Education. Go out and give us enough runs. And enough is not enough under 200. It has to be above 200. And that's what they have got. And what the Thunders got in return? Some beating. Except for just one man who stood out of the ranks, picked up 5 wickets in his 4 overs quota with 12 dot balls and conceding 36 runs. It's Tawqir Riyasat who was the standout performer for Dubai Thunders, as well as Kamran, who picked up 2 for 29 in his 4. And collectively, if you add the totals, well, they have given just about 65 runs in their 8 overs, and the rest of the runs were being flooded, were being leaked by the spinners Keshav, Sagar Kalyan and Harshit Kaushik. I think they fell short of a regular bowler in the form of maybe a Krishan Paul, who was kept out as a 12th man. But here they just fell short in terms of their planning here as far as Dubai Thunders are concerned. 7 extras, which is a good sign. But what doesn't look a good sign is a strong bowling attack of Gems Education and 211 runs to get in the allotted 20 overs. We'll dive into a short break, and once we are back, there will be live action here at the Sharjah Cricket Stadium. Stay tuned. Time for live action and time for the run chase to begin. Dubai Thunders, they require 2-1-1 in 120 legal deliveries. Well, it's going to be an uphill task, but mind you, the kind of wicket this is, it's a true surface. The ball is coming onto the bat pretty nicely. The spinners haven't really had any purchase of the surface, but mind you, the kind of quality bowling Gems Education have, it's got to be an uphill task here for the batters of Dubai Thunders. The required run rate right from ball number 1 is 10.5. Mind you, they were cruising at almost 12 and over, and they managed to pull them down and keep them silent to 10.5, which itself is an achievement there from Dubai Thunders in ensuring that they had a finish in their favor. And the opening batters are out there in the center for Dubai Thunders. It's Sagar Kalyan, the prolific batter up the order. And on the other end, taking the new ball will be Shahid Nawaz. And alongside Sagar Kalyan, we have the skipper of Dubai Thunders. It's Sandeep Singh Sandy. It's going to be a battle to watch out for, especially in the power play. That has to be the key for both the sides. If Gems need to ensure that they are on top of the game, they need to ensure that they have a very good power play. If they let them cut loose, I'm sure they're inviting trouble for themselves. That's down the leg side. And Dubai Thunders, they're off the mark with that extra. Have the umpire officiating the game, Shamim AB. Look at that first delivery. Angling the ball into the right-hander, drifting down. Sagar Kalyan, well, we know him for his strength on the offside. But today, he'll have to be the 360. Edged and gone. 360 for another day. He'll have to make a 180 U-turn and get heading to the pavilion. A golden duck for Sagar Kalyan. Edging that one. Anticipating that to come in. It did come in, but didn't come into the line of the ball. Edging one straight to the keeper. Sajid Iqbal making no mistakes. And first casualty for Dubai Thunders. And seems like they haven't got the best of the starts here. 1 for 1. Very surprising move, but it's the answer to the situation here. Promotion for Harshit Kaushik, and it's the need of the hour. They are into a must-win situation. They need the best of the batters to play the maximum amount of deliveries. Here comes Shahid Nawaz. A slip in place. And the ball angling away from the left-hander, Harshit Kaushik. Another wide here. So 2 wides. Nothing to come off the bat except for that edge that went straight to the wicketkeeper, Sajid Iqbal. How would they respond to this early setback? Is something that we'll be eagerly waiting. Oh, nice delivery. Beating the edge of Harshit Kaushik. Trying to fetch that one. He's someone who likes to play when the ball loses its shine. However, this is a situation where he's expected to take his team out of trouble. In fact, just not taking the team out of trouble, but winning the game as well. Two for one. That's down the leg side. Yet to get runs off the bat. They have 3 runs on the board of the first 3 deliveries here. Here comes Shahid Nawaz. Again, drifting down the leg side. They'll scamper through for that single. And looks like it's going to be the first runs with off the bat. And Sandeep Singh is off the mark. What a terrific start coming here for Gems Education. Yeah, looks like the umpire has called it off the bat. And Sandeep will take it, not in the convincing fashion, but better than staying on 0 there. Off the back foot, places it in the gap. Glorious looking shot. And what a way to get his first boundary. All he had to do was give direction. How beautifully did he do that? Glorious looking shot. Ensuring that he watched the ball right till the end, and he just placed it in the gap between the point and the backward point fielder, and boundary written all over it. What a way to welcome Atik. Atik, welcome back in the com box.
Thank you very much, Asim. Good evening to all our viewers. And Harshit Kaushik has hit the ground running, hasn't he? He is a class act, I'll tell you. I've seen this man play over the last few seasons. He's nothing short of extraordinary. He's an outstanding player. He'll certainly need all of those reputation tonight if the Dubai Thunders are to get over this humongous score being set by the Gems Education. Ends the first over. 9 for 1 after 1.
Hazrat Bilal has been introduced here. They have enough options to go for and have the right permutation and combination, but it's going to be Hazrat Bilal to share the new ball. And he tries to go big on the onside. Well, a good effort in the deep by Naik Mohammed. And intentions look pretty loud and clear here from Harshit Kaushik. And that promotion is pretty obvious. Why is he sent up the order?
Well, they've just got no other option, don't they, the Dubai Thunders? With a huge score being set, the rate required is above 10.5 and over. They've got to go hard at it from ball 1. When you do chase a big score such as this, A couple of quiet overs can shoot that up. They've got to keep that required rate in check. Need some quick runs. Who better to have Harshit Kaushik as he skied this? An opportunity. Both fielders converging on that, unable to get under it. They managed to pick up a couple of runs.
Well, it's not easy to judge those. Hazrat Bilal, you're being too ambitious about that one. As a fast bowler, you would want every catch to be taken, but those are tough ones, my friend.
Well, certainly, those kayas can be very difficult, especially for a wicket keeper. Beg your pardon, that was the fielder running in and running backwards, in fact, and did stay away from him. That was a good delivery from Hazrat Bilal. Mind you, he's deceptively fast, I'll tell you. Hazrat Bilal can certainly ramp up some pace. One of the quickest going around here in the UAE.
Yeah. Rubbing shoulders with Junaid Siddiqui, you would have understood what it is like delivering at the international stage. And he's definitely made sure that he is continuing with that sort of a consistency here in the domestic circuit so that he gets his call up again for a comeback. That's exactly what you need to be doing. You need to ensure that you learn from the higher form of cricket and continue with that sort of a performance, delivering that in the domestic circuit.
Well, yes, certainly that is something that they've got to, he's got to keep on doing. He's worked on his fitness quite a lot here, Hazrat Bilal. He looks much more fitter. He was a bit injury prone previously, but then he's looking quite good now. Seems to be in good shape, running in very well. His approach to the crease seems to be quite steady. He's worked on his fitness and also his line and length. He used to be very prone to wides and no balls. Seems to have overcome that problem as well. This is an opportunity, but just wide of the fielder at deep third. Gets one bounce over the boundary ropes for a boundary, and the first one for Sandeep Singh tonight.
Well, not the ideal fashion, but he'll take that. He wants to up the ante here and trying to maximize the runs in the power play. This time, intention was to go down the ground over the bowler's head, but just not able to get that connection. Yes, as you said correctly previously, the fact that Hazrat Bilal might not look that quick, but he is very deceptive. He is quick when you go inside and try to keep wickets at him, or when you are facing him. He is relatively quicker.
Yes, I'm sure bowling close to what those 135 mark. Hazrat Bilal. Nicely bowled there. Look at that, hurrying the batter on that occasion, bowled onto the body. But Sandeep Singh, it's quite technically sound. Got a good base and a very good head position. Set up for a single. Hazrat Bilal goes for 10 runs of his first over. It's 2 done. Thunder's 19 for 1.
Nawaz will be bowling at Sandeep Singh now. 2 overs, 19 for 1. Full toss, clearing the fielder by the barest of margins, and that will be a boundary. Not a convincing looking one off the bat of Sandeep, but he'll take it.
Well, you needed someone really, really tall on that position to take that. Just excluding out of his reach. Getting the toe end of the bat, and just look at that. Yes, just above his head.
I think it was purely about that judgment. At times, the right timing of the jump is what it determines for it to be a spectacular or whether that's a missed opportunity.
Well, this is pulled and pulled handsomely into the boundary. That was a more convincing stroke this time from Sandeep Singh. Terrific hit, one bound over the boundary ropes. And now he's got going and he's looking quite good out there.
Well, the Singh from Amritsar is singing melodiously here at the Sharjah Stadium towards cow corner onto the back foot and ensuring that he muscled it for a boundary.
These two will hold the key for the Dubai Thunders after the dismissal of Sagar Kalyan, who received an absolute jaffer of a delivery. Huge wicket. He's been the man in form who scored a lot of runs for his domestic teams. Sagar Kalyan played for Ajman Heroes previously, now representing the Dubai Thunders, and his wicket is a huge setback in pursuit of this humongous score being set by the Gems Education. Now, the onus on these two. They've started quite well. Partnership of 26 so far. Going through nicely now. Good delivery. Very good delivery. Nicely, just a bit of shape away from the right-hander. Solidly played behind that.
Good comeback, I'd say. But the kind of resources that Gems Education have as far as their bowling attack is concerned, that's something which is a big total that has been posted here by them. And for Thunders to pull that out, it's going to take some lightning performance here at the Sharjah Stadium.
Well, lightning is expected tomorrow. Let's hope for the Thunder's sake they can get that lightning that they need tonight. Gets a bottom edge and gets a single.
How often have we seen the lightning start from the Northern Emirates going towards the Southern Emirates? So, as far as the chronology of the natural phenomena is concerned, you can expect some lightning which starts off here, which is closer to 12 in the midnight, and then ends up in Dubai next morning.
Well, yeah, the way the weather's changing worldwide, don't be surprised if you see that very soon. The UAE has been receiving a lot of rain of late in the last 4 to 5 months, compared to how it has been over the last 20-25 years. So don't be surprised if you see that. Good delivery there by Nawaz.
That's smart work from Kaushik as well, making sure that he's just not blind hitting at the moment, making sure he gets back at the ball, waiting for that right delivery to pack a punch. This is how you need to be very smart enough. Yes, you have a big total on board. You're chasing about 211 runs, but to get to those 211 runs, you need to plan your innings. Divide it into 4 phases, quarter 1, 2, 3, 4. And it would be expected out of Harshit Kaushik to play a gem of a knock here tonight.
Last ball of the over and flicked nicely. The fielder in the deep cuts it off, just a single on that occasion. So 3 done. The Thunder's going at 10 runs and over. So far, 30 for 1 after 3. Sandeep Singh now on strike. Beg your pardon, there was no single other occasion. Sincere apologies. I've been it's been a long day, Asim. I'm sure you and our viewers can excuse me on that.
I'll leave it on to the viewers. It's 30 for 1 after 3.1. They need to ensure that they at least strike at 12 and over in the power play. Well, Sandeep has struck one, and he has struck a big one. Not the biggest of the lot, but yes, all what matters is 6 good runs on the board.
Very good hit. Just look at that for a shape. Very, very nice. Nicely played there. Great follow through with that shot as well from Sandeep Singh Sandhi. Got enough bat, and that's landed in the stands. He moves on to 22 of 11 now. It is. Can this be Sandeep's night today? Striking it at 200, 22 of 11.
It's pretty windy out here. You can make it out from the situation out there. It's flowing towards the Bukhatir end. So they would want to fancy this end where Hazrat Bilal is bowling from. Full toss, and I think he'll not be happy that he couldn't pull that off.
Well, Sandy's got to use the windy conditions, isn't it?
Seems like you're missing Samir Yunus here in the combox.
Well, he's had a positive influence in all of us. So we do pick up those little bit of those pickup lines from him. Yeah, well, he's been busy. Busy man, Samir Yunus, my good friend. You're listening, Samir? Well, I've followed up from you. Oh, that's bowled him. What a delivery. That ball stayed low. Hazrat Bilal with a magnificent delivery to dismiss Sandeep Singh Sandhi. Big wicket, huge wicket. As the Gems Education marched right back into the game.
Well, Sandeep couldn't do much about it. Eventually, it was the lyrics of Hazrat Bilal that has got on top of the situation here. And Sandeep will have to make his way back. 22 of 13. 3 boundaries and a maximum in that innings. It's 36 for 2. Mohammad Altaf is the new batter. 36 for 2. Not an ideal start here for Thunders. They'll have to find their Anwar out there in the middle. They'll have to find their Sajid Iqbal. They'll have to find their Dawood Ijaz in the batting order. Nicely bowled and equally well played by Mohammad Altaf. This is the least that is expected when you have a quality bowling lineup, which includes Hazrat Bilal, Shahid Nawaz, Shahid Bhutta. Well, this is a quality bowling attack, especially the fast bowlers. They would not let it go easy. That's exactly what they've displayed here. 2 fast bowlers picking a wicket each. 36 for 2 now. Last ball in the 4th over. And a good looking delivery. Direct hit. Maybe he would have got his man. I think Mohammad Altaf would be finding himself a bit lucky here to be still out there. 4 overs, 36 for 2. cracking shot off the bat of Harshit Kaushik. And Shahid Nawaz, who is coming in for his third over, has been welcomed with the boundary. Over pitch delivery meant to be hit, and taking Shahid Nawaz for the cleaners. 40 for 2 after 4.1, and the responsibility is now sitting on the shoulders of this powerful little dynamite, Harshit Kaushik.
Okay, dynamite, they say. There's got to be a bit more than just a dynamite tonight. Bit of change of pace there from Nawaz. 41 for 2. They've they're going at a decent rate, just above 9.5 runs and over. The rate required still in manageable levels, 10.7 in today's day and age, is quite gettable, I'd say. But mind you, it is the team composition that you need to take note of today. The Dubai Thunders, like we've mentioned, they do not have the services of some of the top players. Some international stars who they had in their rankings, such as Asif Khan and Khalid Shah, not playing. That is a good looking shot, and in fact just getting his eyes off the ball at the very last second. But even in spite of that, he got into a very good position and places it beautifully behind square for a boundary on the leg side.
You need to ensure that you keep the ball on the ground, and that's exactly what Harshit Kaushik has done. He didn't pull it in the air, didn't have the face of the bat up pointing the sky, but it just ensured that he got enough connection, and at the same time ball was kept down the ground.
Well, that's a good sign of how much of time he has in his batting, isn't it? Harshit Kaushik, signs of a very, very good batter. This in the air, just wide of the fielder at point. Was airborne, was a risky shot. Perhaps a gully fielder there could have gulped it down. Harshit Kaushik moves on 21 of 11. He's got the start that he needed. Mohammad Altaf, who's just walked into bat after the dismissal, he's got a huge responsibility up his sleeve.
Now, had that ball gone to the boundary, Atik, I knew what was coming out of your mouth. Sanat?
Well, no way, my friend, no way. There's no match to the great Sanat. But yeah, this ground does give me a lot of memories. Sanat Jaisuri still holds the record for the highest ODI score here, 189 at the Sharjah Stadium against India. Oh, that's a brilliant take. What a catch there from Nawaz. One of the toughest chances, I'd say, on his follow-through. There was a bit of a juggle, but he manages to keep control at the very last second. Mohammad Altaf departs without troubling the scorers. Thanks for a brilliant piece of bowling by Nawaz.
Well, I am speechless with that reflex action of your own bowling, ensuring that you keep an eye onto the ball. That reflex is, wow, magical. Mohammad Altaf, without disturbing the scorers, out for a duck of 3. It's 46 for 3.
Brilliant reflex action from Nawaz to get the dismissal of Mohammad Altaf there. Oh, beautiful delivery. That was class personified. Nawaz has certainly got his tail up and he's bowling a brilliant line and length. He's making the ball talk. The Dubai Thunders in a spot of bother now. 3 wickets down. And Nawaz is bowling a beautiful spell here now. Into his 3rd over. In fact, he's just got 1 more ball to go in the over. Got 1 more over after this as well. Last ball coming up of the 5th. 1 more over to go in the power play after this. Good looking shot straight to the fielder at covers to end the over. So 5 done. Dubai Thunders 46 for 3. Pull that behind square. Just gets the toe end of the bat. Hazrat Bilal was a bit too quick. Been quite economical. He's had a good season here at the Bukhatir League. The 30th edition of it. Hazrat Bilal's been in good form. He's been amongst the wickets. He's been very fit. He's bowled beautifully so far in the tournament. So 5 more balls to go in the power play. Harshit Kaushik, what has he got up his sleeve here? That is nicely played, but straight to the fielder. A direct hit would have. In fact, there was a direct hit that they're asking the question. The fielders who were positioned on the square of the circle are quite confident that they feel that the batter was short. Let's have a look at that, and I think he's in trouble. I think he is in trouble. Oh, yes, I think he was. But has the bails come off? Has the bails come off is going to be what the 3rd umpire will be looking for. It did seem like it's going to take a bit of time. The batter is walking back. And I think that is perhaps the final nail in the coffin. In fact, I think it's Paramjot Kalan who is walking back. Brilliant work. That is outstanding stuff. Look at that. Oh, great throw, brilliant stuff. And the umpire, the 3rd umpire, in fact, had no doubt whatsoever. Paramjot Kalyan departs without troubling the scorers. A great throw by Syed Hamza from mid-wicket to get the dismissal out of Paramjot Kalyan. Dubai Thunders in all sorts of trouble. The Gems Education are on top. It's 46 for 4. Outstanding piece of fielding that was. Harshit Kaushik. In fact, it is the new batter. Danish Ahmed on strike. Gems Education right on top.
That's how you get rolling. After the first defeat against Seven Districts, Gems Education, they have looked back on themselves as to what they are lacking, and they have bounced back at the next two opposition pretty strong. They've ensured that they have gelled in together as a unit, and they've brought the best out of themselves. And that's what you call bringing the best out of yourself. 4 down for 46 in the power play overs.
Oh, beautiful. What a delivery. This is just international caliber fast bowling by Hazrat Bilal. That one jagged back into the right hander. Unplayable delivery. Danish Ahmed had absolutely no answer. Half the side back in the dugout for the Dubai Thunders. So 46 for 5 now. Danish Ahmed departs for a duck. Hazrat Bilal gets his second wicket.
Basir Bhatt is the new batter. He can back a punch. A few of them. Here comes Hazrat Bilal. What a spell he has bowled here. Oh, gets that outside edge. A thick one. Straight to the third fielder. Will get a single. Half the side back in the pavilion in the power play overs. What more could you have asked for? 2 wickets to Hazrat Bilal, 2 to Shahid Nawaz, 1 for that fielder for the magnificent run out. They have come together as a unit and got onto the opposition like a thunderstorm here at the Sharjah.
It's been an outstanding effort from the Gems Education. They've had a tremendous night today. Hazrat Bilal too has had a brilliant night so far. 3 overs, 2 for 17 for him. Power play overs done and dusted. Well, it's been all the Gems Education right throughout. That's the comparison. At the end of the 6th over, Gems Education were 57 for 2. The Dubai Thunders tottering at 47 for 5. Certainly does speak a story.
It's Muhammad Ali who will come in from the SCAN to replace Shahid Nawaz. Well, on to the pads. And looks like the ball is drifting down the leg. A very good call. With the naked eye, it felt as if it's going down the leg.
Yeah, that was quite differently missing the leg stump. It would have hit the 4th or 5th stump, in fact. Muhammad Ali, he will be expected to throw in some punches tonight.
Well, get alongside your teammates. Shahid Nawaz giving him the idea as to how to do it. Maybe the assistance or the guidance from Shahid definitely help him. At least in terms of understanding what the wicket is behaving. And mind you, this was a belter of a track. It's just that the bowlers were outclassed and they have outclassed the opposition.
Certainly when you have the likes of someone like Hazrat Bilal, an experienced campaigner who's played at the international level, bowls some thunderbolts like that. Not sure that the opposition can do too much. Oh, he's not picked that up cleanly. Had they done that and hit the stumps down, that could have been very, very interesting there for Harshit Kaushik. Survives. He's still hanging on to dear life there, Harshit Kaushik. He's perhaps the last ray of hope here for the Dubai Thunder. Certainly does look like it's game over for the Dubai Thunders at this stage. But from here on, they will need a Herculeous effort to get over the line.
Good delivery. I think the basics are very clear here. The message is loud and clear for the bowlers coming through, is that try to attack the stumps as much as possible. Let them play a shot in the air, or let them provide you that gap between bat and pad. You need to attack the stumps and try to give us an early finish.
We'd all love that, isn't it? Oh, nicely bowled there. Well, mind you, they've still got another 162 runs in the bag. The Gems Education make that 161. So they've got plenty of time to play with. That single also brings up the 50 for the Dubai Thunders. I'd like to see them maybe try and attack a bit more. Maybe you can afford to give a couple of boundaries. Maybe bring in a slip or bring in a close-in fielder. Just think out of the box. Try and induce a wicket, because you've got plenty of runs in the bag to play with. Because right here and right now, if they can get this man's wicket, Harshit Kaushik, back in the dugout, it certainly would mean that that would be the final blow for the Dubai Thunders.
Well, certainly they are falling short on the resources in terms of the batting department here. Dubai Thunders missing out on services from Khalid Shah, and the man whom we have looked up to in the domestic circuit in terms of the run machine, Asif Khan Lala, he is missing out as well. That plays on the minds of the rest of the squad as well. Meanwhile, that's been pulled away in the deep. It'll just be a single of the last ball. It's 52 for 5 after 7. The fast bowlers are not drying up here for Gems Education. One goes, a better version replaces. I wouldn't say better here on that occasion, but here it's Shahid Bhutta. He is, I mean, if you watch him very closely, he's not as tall as Chris Tremlett, but if you watch his bowling action very closely, the approach, the jump and the release, quite similar to Chris Tremlett.
Good shot. Oh, first shot of the captain, the chief. Good effort there. Mind you, he's not the youngest going around, but he's done brilliantly well to get low on that. Great work there by the skipper.
Well, if you acknowledge, yes, that slightly dipped into him, but the way he acknowledged after that effort, he realized that that was a catch that he should have taken, but it slipped off from his hands. Nonetheless, it's still 5 down. the mark of 53. They managed to scamper through for that single. 58 required. Some heroics needed here for Dubai Thunders. They need to bring in the special out of Harshit Kaushik. It is him who can pull this off if they got him the barest of chances.
Good shot this time and into the gap. In fact, no, he has not found the gap. Straight to the fielder there. Harshit Kaushik there, you see, speaking to himself. Disappointed that perhaps maybe missed out on an opportunity to get a boundary. 54 now on the board. Well, you were just earlier mentioning, Asim, about how the Gems Education have a good string of bowlers coming one after the other, and how you compared Shahid to Chris Tremlett. He's got that similar height. There's something that I want to tell you about. Let me speak about it after this delivery. Oh, that just missed the stumps. Very, very close to that leg stump. Very nicely bowled. Well, talking about a string of bowlers in your arsenal, one thing goes to my mind is, well, once again, you used to always complain about me speaking about Sri Lanka, so now I'm not going to talk about Sri Lanka. I'm now going to talk about Pakistan. Early 1990s, well, they've had some champion fast bowlers in their lineup, one after the other. Still remember, used to give me nightmares when I used to watch Wasim Akram and Waqar Younis open the bowling. Then you had Shoaib Akhtar come in, you had Aqib Javed come in, and then you had the likes of Azhar Mahmood and Abdul Razak. They had some serious fast bowling gas in their lineup, and so did even a team like Australia. You had the likes of Jason Gillespie, Brett Lee, and one after the other, some serious talent. And I think Gems Education, that's what they've done very well. They picked up a good crop of fast bowlers to in their attack, the likes of Nawaz, the likes of Shahid, the likes of Hazrat Bilal. They've kept things nice and tight early on in the first few overs.
Where is Glenn McGrath?
Once again, I told you, we're getting old.
Well, that's been pulled as a welcome boundary here for Basir Bhatt. Pulled outside from the off stump, pulling it in the gap, more importantly.
That's a good shot, very good shot there. He made sure that he got on top of the bounce. That ball did have a bit of height on it. He is a tall lad there, Basir. That's very nicely played. The required red has climbed now suddenly, 12.6. That thing can go up pretty fast if you do not manage to stick to that required red. Last ball coming up of the over. Oh, beautiful delivery. A very good over from Shahid Iqbal. Just 6 runs off his first over. 8 done, 58 for 5.
Eight overs, 58 for 5. Mohammad Ali continuing. Slower delivery, pulled in the gap, and that will be a boundary for Harshit Kaushik. That will help boost the confidence. Well, it's far from being at the required run rate here. But if this man stays and bats till number 20, you never know what sort of heroics are we up for.
Well, I am going to go on air and I'm going to state something, and that is, if there is anybody who can pull out a miracle such as this, I'll tell you Harshit Kaushik is very much capable of it. He is a class batter. Seen him scoring 100 single-handedly, taking his team over the line. This one may be a bit too steep, even for his standards. But I'll tell you, he is a special player. Scored a bucket load of runs over the last year or so. Certainly, I'd say that I think he's still got a lot to prove. But definitely one of those rare gems in the domestic circuit in the UAE who perhaps has a very, very good chance to maybe one day represent the UAE as well.
Looking forward to that day. With him being left-hander, has an edge as well, who can fix in the gaps in the middle order for UAE. That's pulled away. Chance for the fielder, but it will just drop short of him. At times those mistimes come to your rescue. Had he middled the ball, maybe it would have gone straight to the fielder. Not on that occasion. Well, again, talking about Harshit, yes, there is one man who can pull this off in the entire domestic circuit, especially the kind of talent he possesses. He is the one who can do it for the team. Look at the confidence that we have, both of us. Despite the required run rate being almost at 13 and over, we are still making this statement that Harshit can pull this off from here. We've seen him play some magical knocks here in the domestic circuit, and that's one of the reasons why we are commenting that, believing in his abilities. It's easier said than done, but this man has it in him.
Yeah, definitely he's got the skills to do it. And you made a very good point about that middle order for the UAE. We've seen that the UAE national team presently has some very, very good players in their ranks. You have the likes of, obviously, the captain, Mohammad Wasim, who's been tremendous over the last year or so. We've had, obviously, our champion, Asif Khan Lala. We have the new addition, another prolific run getter in the UAE, the domestic circuit, recently making his debut, Syed Haider Wasi Shah. You had the likes of Aryan Lakra, another very, very big hard hitter of the ball. And if Kaushik also might be considered for future selection, that would make a very good top 5, top 6 for the UAE as well.
Well, you're missing out a very big and a very young name in that, the names that you've mentioned. Ali Shan Sharfu, who recently scored 281 runs in a 50-over game, just about a day back in the ongoing Emirates D50. Organized by the Emirates Cricket Board. 28 sixes in that innings. I'm sure that's going to be some record that he has already set. He was the first man in the world to hit 100 in a T10 format. And now he would have somewhere registered a record in that particular innings. Well, we'll talk more about that. It's 9 overs gone, 66 for 5. Nine over 66 for 5. Basir Butt, 10 of 12 for him. And he's trying to stitch in that partnership with Harshit Kaushik. Well, that is the similar sort of intent that was required initially by the batters of Dubai Thunders. They tried to go berserk as if they want to chase this target down in 10 or 12 overs, giving the wicket away. I feel Sandeep would find himself a bit unlucky for that ball keeping a bit low. But other than that, I just felt that they lacked a responsibility.
Well, there's one thing that I've witnessed as something that the teams here in the UAE can improve. Come back to it in a second. That's a very good shot. Harshit Kaushik this time forcing that shot off the back foot. That needed some serious power and he generates that. That was a terrific hit over mid-off.
Well, not easy. On the rise delivery, had that bounce with the kind of jump that Shahid Bhutta has, and playing off the back foot with that flat bat, clearing the fielder on the mid-off. Gets a boundary. Not an easy shot to execute.
Well, he goes over, covers this time. Very, very nearly carries it all the way. One bounce to the boundary ropes. Harshit Kaushik is playing a very good knockout here. And perhaps a one-man show so far. That was a very good hit. Consecutive boundaries here for Harshit Kaushik. Can we witness something special once again from this exciting young talent? What a hit. Moves on to 38 now of 23. 75 on the board. What's your call here, Asim? What do you think is running in the minds of the batter?
Well, he's just about upping the ante here, trying to cut down the deficit. They've brought the required run rate down under 13 now. And look at that hit. Wow. There is some power in that wrist of this pocket dynamite, Harshit Kaushik. He is batting like a gem. A lone warrior for Dubai Thunder. Look at that whip.
That is power all generated from those strong wrists of his. Do not just count him by looking at his stature. This man backs a punch. His stature reminds me of JP Dumini of South Africa. Very similar stature. Certainly can hit the ball a long way. 44 of 24 for him. He's been the lone warrior for the Dubai Thunder so far.
Well, shorter version of David Miller, I'd say. The kind of power that he generates behind every shot that he has on offer on the plate. Moves on to 44 in no time. That's down the leg side. Collected by the keeper pretty comfortably. It's 82 for 5 after 9.4. So suddenly, they'd be feeling the heat. Gems Education, that it's not yet the time to take it lightly.
Well, I'd say that ball, the wide, was the result of the pressure that's been induced by Harshit Kaushik's previous shot. That flick off the pads for a 6. He tried to go a bit straighter, just pushing it down the leg side. Oh, look at that. Look at that for a shot. But goodness gracious, that's gone straight down the throat of the fielder. I thought for a second he got enough bat. That ball did seem to be travelling, but it was low in trajectory and straight down the throat of the fielder, and perhaps the final nail in the coffin for the Dubai Thunders.
Well, might as well at times. You hit those shots flat and it goes all the way. But on that occasion, not helping Harshit Kaushik. I think he just didn't get the best out of the connection there. He had to up the ante. He tried his best. He kept on losing wickets at the other end. And Harshit departs for 44 of 25. 82 for 6. After 9.5. Keshav Sharma is the new man in. Coming in at number 8. Shahid finally having the final laugh after getting hit for some runs. And in the course of another, trying to fetch another boundary or a maximum, Harshad departed. Full toss delivery, opening the face of the bat and nicely played. Will fetch a boundary on the very first ball for Keshav. And that will be end of the first half of this run chase. Let's have a look at that again. Yeah, that was easy pickings there for Keshav. Full toss on offer and he middled it. 10 overs gone, it's 86 for 6. Zafar Raja, will the skipper introducing himself here. Ball turning out to be fairly old now for him to come in and bowl a few overs. Slower through the air, chance. And wicket on the very first ball. The man with the golden arm strikes. And skipper getting the wicket of Basir Bhatt on the very first ball. It was slow through the air. Slightly shorter, onto the back foot goes Basir, but not enough connection on that one. And wicket on the very first ball for the skipper. Number 7 down for Dubai Thunder. And looks like before the thunderstorms that has hit the country, this Dubai Thunder who are set to be struck by the lightning. Tokir is the new man in. Coming in at number 9. It's down the leg side, wide, signaled by the umpire. It's 87 for 7 after 10.1. Off the back foot, straight back to the bowler. They've lost their way onto the pursuit of 211 runs. Well, firstly, the toss not going in their favour. Secondly, the run chase not going in their favour at all. Oh, outside edge, maybe a slip. Maybe a slip, skipper. Might as well get one now. Especially with the left-hander coming in and that angle that he's generating here. Zafar Raja, you can anticipate a slip coming in. Yeah, that movement of Daud Ejaz to that region, slip cotton. Here is Keshav on strike. Played uppish in the gap and a valiant effort that goes in vain. Hazrat Bilal, fast bowler, trying to put in his dive and just missing It was hit wide, it was hit strong, it was hit in the gap. But that valiant effort, or was it Muhammad Ali? Well, we'll have to wait to get a confirmation on that one. 92 for 7 after 10.4. Still 119 runs required. Trying to change that angle. Trying to come in around the wicket there, Zafar Raja. Just straying outside the line of the off stump way too much, not within the line.
Well, 2 more balls to go in the over, and this one is in the air, and it has gone all the way. That was a brilliant hit by Keshav Sharma. Brings the 100 up for the Dubai. In fact, just one shot of 100, now 99 for 7. Zafar Raja just bowling it a bit too short and dispatch it all the way for a maximum.
Well, trying to enjoy the moment out here, both these batters. And why not? Give it the best shot and try to gain some promotion in the next game.
Certainly is. Zafar Raja with the slow loopy deliveries. It's a single down to long off there, Keshav Sharma, to end the 11th. 100 comes up for the Dubai Thunder. It's 100 for 7 after 11. Flicked off the pads this time. Picking up a quick single there on the location. 110 required of 52 balls here for the Thunders. Certainly is, and very much now away out of their reach. Certainly need a moment of magic from here onwards. When Harshit Kaushik was going on, there was a bit of hope for them. Now it does seem like it is going to be a long shot. That was a beautiful delivery. What a delivery there. That delivery just kind of burst off the pitch. Oh, look at that. Magnificent delivery. The batter had absolutely no chance, but no idea whatsoever. Better delivery once again. Just knocking it around. It's not going to trouble the Dubai Thunders. In fact, the Gems Education at this stage. 109 runs required of 50 balls. Gems Education will look to wrap things up pretty fast. This is in the air. Has he got all of it? And yes, he has. That's another 6 there for Keshav Sharma. He is a clean hitter of the ball. He can hit them a long way. He's so far going at a strike rate of above 300. Batting beautifully. That was another huge 6. Very, very good hit there. 108 for 7 now of 11.5 overs. Dawood Ijaz. He's bowled him. He is bowled him. That's a brilliant delivery. Going with the arm. Keshav Sharma trying to play across the line. And castles the stumps. Dubai Thunders fall deeper into an abyss. 8 down now. 108 for 8. Another one bites the dust. Tawqir Riyasat departs. The ninth one falls. And the Gems Education inch closer to another victory. This is turning out to be a brilliant, brilliant performance by Gems Education. What a performance. This is outstanding, outstanding performance here, Gems Education. And in fact, I think, is that the game? And in fact, it is. So that's about it. That's the game done and dusted. The Gems Education have won this game convincingly by a huge margin of over 100 runs to be exact. What a performance. 102 runs was the margin of victory here at the Sharjah International Stadium for match number 18. What a performance. Dubai Thunders, just look at that for a scorecard. It is going to be a sorry scorecard if you are a supporter of the Dubai Thunders. The top order batters, Sandeep Singh and Harshit Kaushik, were the only batters to get some notable contribution, along with Keshav Sharma right down at the bottom. Sandeep 22 of 13, Harshit Kaushik 44 of 25. They did have some hope when they were going, but after that, nothing much to speak about. Keshav Sharma came and gave in some lusty blows towards the end, but not sufficient. They finish off with 118 12.1 overs. For the bowlers, for the Gems Education, it's been a great night, bundling the opposition out inside the 13th over. 2 wickets apiece for Nawaz, Hazrat Bilal and Zafar Raja, the skipper as well. And a wicket apiece for Shahid and Dawood tonight. But the pick of the bowlers tonight certainly is the champion fast bowler, Hazrat Bilal. Just look at those figures. 3 overs, 2 wickets for 17 runs with an economy rate of 5.67. He was absolutely outstanding. Certainly not giving anything for the batters to play with. It's been a tremendous performance, a very good team performance. You did have a tremendous 100 early on in the day from Anar Khan that set the platform, the Gems Education posting on a huge score. And since then, there was no turning back. Gems Education winning convincingly was a terrific performance tonight. Well, let's have a quick look at the match summary. That was what just exactly we were talking about. The Gems Education batting first, posting a humongous 210 for 8 in their 20 overs. Anar Khan with a brilliant 103 of 53. What a performance that was, along with Dawood Ijaz and Sajid Iqbal both contributing with a notable score. And then with the bowlers, Tawqir Riyasat with a brilliant 5-4. Perhaps the only silver lining they've had. 5 for 36 of 4 overs. Kamran Ghani 2 for 29 and Sagar Kalyan 1 for 54 of his 4 overs. And in response, Dubai Thunders bundle out for 118 12.1 overs. Harshit Kaushik had initially given some hope for the Thunders with a very good number of 44 of 25. Keshav Sharma 22 of 8 and Sandeep Singh 22 of 13 being the only contributors for the Dubai Thunders tonight. But thanks to a magnificent performance by the bowlers, all three, Zafar Raja, the skipper, Hazrat Bilal and Nawaz, all picking up 2 wickets apiece and making sure that they break the backbone of the Dubai Thunders batting lineup. In response, the Gems Education win by a huge margin of 102 runs to register themselves another 2 points going into this tournament. Well, so that's about it that we have. But do stay tuned, because in a few minutes we will have Asim Sheikh with the post-match presentation for the man of the match coming your way very, very shortly. Stay tuned. But till then, it's goodbye and goodbye. It's good night from all of us here in the Combox.
Good evening, ladies and gents. It is time for the post-match presentation of the 30th Bukhatir T20 League 2024, powered by FanCode. And before we begin, I would like to thank Sharjah Cricket and its administration in making sure we had a tournament of this level. And also taking this opportunity to thank our sponsors, our powered by sponsor and official streaming partner, FanCode, our event partner, TCM, and our support sponsor, rsook.com. Now, this was the 18th game of the tournament played between Gems Education and Dubai Thunders. And mind you, this was a do-or-die situation for both the teams. And in response, after winning the toss, electing to bat first, a magnificent show being put in by the Gems batters, putting on 210 runs on board and winning the game by 102 runs. Joining me in the presentation party, it's the match referee, Mr. Tehseen Javed, who will be handing over our Sook Player of the Match award to none other than the man who was magical with his batting performance. 103 of 53 balls, Anwar of Gems Education. 9 sixes and 6 boundaries in that innings. He'll get a gift hamper from rsook.com and a 50% discount voucher. Anwar, first of all, congratulations. This was due for a very long time. How do you feel?
I feel very bad. And thanks for my dear Allah Pak. Inshallah Pak, I hope I will do my best next few games.
Well, when you went into bat, initially you were feeling a bit low on confidence when you're facing the fast bowlers. The moment you saw spinners coming in, you were in a different zone altogether. What was your thought behind it?
Just I am trying my best playing a few shots because some bowler trying to bowl full, then just try and play my natural game.
Tell me about the wicket. How true was the wicket today?
Yes, definitely pitch today is very good, but not a flat pitch. Little bit some balls little bit slow. That's why some balls stuck. But today very good pitch.
Well, tell me about the game plan that the captain had given you initially. Did he ask you to go really berserk after the bowling, or was it to take your time and then go after it?
I am especially thanks to my Mr. Chief sir. He gave me lots of confidence. Few matches I played, a few 5-6 innings, I did nothing do very well. My strike rate also very low. Just he give me confidence very well. He's saying me, you play your natural game. Don't forget about last few games. Just thanks to my chief, he gave me opportunity, then I will deliver.
Well, last question, Anwar. If I give an option to you, who do you want to face? A fast bowler or a spinner? What would you do?
I don't both have like, but sometime.
One option, please.
I like spinner.
That was pretty evident when you were batting out there in the center. The way you smoked them around in the park was pretty evident. But we really thoroughly enjoyed the kind of batting performance you had. We wish you all the very best for the next games.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
Well, that was our player of the match, Anwar. And that's it from the game here today at the Sharjah Cricket Stadium. And we'll be back here again for an action-packed encounter tomorrow. And we hope that there is no rain here.